Welcome back to New York Links. We're here again at the African Burial Ground in Lower Manhattan. We're here with Douglas Massenburg, Ranger Doug.
Yes.
Ranger Doug, a pleasure to meet you.
The same here. It's great. And welcome to the African Burial Ground National Monument.
Could you tell us something of what you do here, Ranger?
Yes, I am a park ranger. It's my job to patrol the site to ensure that it's clean and safe for visitors, and also to tell the history of the site. We develop educational programs on site, and we provide these presentations off site. We go into the community, the schools, the churches, and we tell the story, the history of the African Burial Ground.
Could you give us a brief history of the African Burial Ground and this site?
Of course I can. The first 11 enslaved men were brought to New Amsterdam in 1626, and they practically built the city. They built the first fort, known as Fort Amsterdam, farmed the land, built the homes, worked on the docks, loading and unloading ships. The Native Americans were the original inhabitants, and they had built a small path, several that led throughout the island. One path would be widened by enslaved Africans. Today, Broadway is that path that was widened by enslaved Africans. The contributions of the enslaved are forever etched into the history and development of New York City. In 1653, enslaved Africans built a wall across the city, extending from the Hudson River to the East River. The wall would be removed in 1699, leaving a path. Thus, today, Wall Street gets its name from the wall built by enslaved Africans. In 1644, these enslaved Africans would be granted half freedom, given land on the outskirts of the city to farm and build their homes. Marshland, unwanted, undeveloped, but they would build their homes in this area that became known as the land of the blacks, a mountainous area with hills and valleys. And of course, they would bury their own in this area. As time progressed, this area became very important. The city had to grow and expand and build businesses, etc. So the hills would be leveled and the old cemetery would be actually covered, and they would start building in the area, and the cemetery would be forgotten until 1991, when it was rediscovered with the excavations for this building. The building is 290 Broadway, the Ted Weiss Federal Building. Today, the African Burial Ground Cemetery is the largest and oldest African cemetery excavated in North America. It covers approximately 6.6 acres or 5 blocks and has approximately 15,000 enslaved and free African men, women, and children buried within its boundaries.
We've come full circle. So Ranger, let's go on inside and you tell us about some of the symbolisms.
Yes, yes.